What is going on, Outlaws? Once again, Michael or Legacy Kill HD back, and today we are going to be taking a look at a very interesting project that some of you guys have been messaging me about recently, and that is the upcoming single-player open-world western game, This Land Is My Land, being developed by indie game developer Game Labs, who is behind the Ultimate General Strategy game series, a franchise that has received pretty positive reviews on Steam and Metacritic. Nonetheless, we'll discuss more about the team behind this maybe a little bit later on, but first off, let's get to the actual game. This Land Is My Land is an open-world stealth action game with a living hostile environment which evolves over time independently from player actions. One quote that describes what the game is about is quote-unquote, "experience the frontier from the other side," which yes means this is a game about taking the role of a Native American. But this title takes us to the Wild West and puts us in the shoes of a native warrior who is struggling to protect the land of his ancestors from an invasion of the European colonizers. In the game, you observe the action from behind the hero's back, which is the Native American, as you roam across its open world. Each mission can be completed in multiple different ways, but most of them require cunning and being stealthy. That's because there are numerous enemies that are also better equipped than our player, hence direct confrontations usually end with the hero's untimely death. At the same time, gameplay is said to be very dynamic. The player's successes and failures have an impact on how cities develop and how the colonization proceeds. Aside from just that, many of the game's elements such as camp locations or guard patrol routes are set randomly, which makes each challenge even more unpredictable. Now you may be wondering why I have Red Dead Redemption gameplay through this video, and it's because at this point this game appears to be in very early development, only being announced a few months ago, but fortunately we do have some images from this game which showcase our Native American protagonist overlooking and sneaking through settler camps, but we also do get an early look at the overall American frontier setting. Outside of what's officially been said, the Games Lab team have been answering a lot of questions on their forums about the upcoming experience, including what makes it different than Red Dead Redemption 2. So one of the developers has said the game will be playable from the third-person view, and a first-person view is not planned at this moment. Someone asked if the game would be like Skyrim with quests and a campaign, in which the developer simply responded with the game will feature quests and a campaign for us to take part in. It was also asked if the game would be played solo or with a tribe, in which the developer said there will be a choice. Furthermore, some other details that the developer states are the following. The game's open world size is bigger than Skyrim. Currently, other platforms are under debate for a release. Right now it's just PC. The game is in early development with no release date yet. The game only shares the American frontier setting with Red Dead Redemption 2, delivering something completely different. And at this moment, there are no plans for adding a co-op mode. So I have to admit, this is a Western game that really has my interest. But looking to another Western game that went into early access this year, Wild West Online, you cannot rush this out the door. Now this also seems like a game that we will be using tomahawks, knives, bow and arrows, and hand-to-hand combat to take down settlers, while we'll also have to strategize each mission, as obviously they'll have revolvers and rifles and other weapons. I do wonder if there is a way to pick up those weapons, or we're simply not supposed to use them. But this is a title that just got announced, and I'm sure these answers will be given in due time. But I really like the different take on this from a Native American's point of view, because as far as I recall, this has not been done in this way and on this scale in video games yet. But there are some key areas that need to be hit to make this work, and that is for one, the environment. Without having animals running around or actual weather, this experience will be dull, and it's important for a Western to create a living world, because what made Red Dead Redemption amazing was that it nailed these traits, and outside of the environment, sound and music is also key with helping immerse a player into the actual world. I really do want the best for this game, and the developer, which may be a small team, seems to have experience with making great games. It's also not just positive Steam reviews for some of their titles, it's actual publications like Kotaku and GameSpot writing positively about their Ultimate General games. Either way, I really do hope that Game Labs takes some notes from Red Dead Redemption and Wild West Online to understand what works and what doesn't. Again, this is a title that has a lot of potential, and as a player, I'm excited. It really is great to see this Western genre get more video games made featuring it, but so far Red Dead Redemption and maybe Call of Juarez and Gun are really the only ones that come to my mind as delivering a truly fun experience. Anyway guys, what do you make of This Land Is My Land so far? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also make sure to smack that like button if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and also make sure to consider subscribing for all the latest news on huge upcoming games, and I'll see you later.